Shalom, giving honor and praise unto Yah, the creator and the maker of heaven and earth. Brothers and sisters, this presentation is part 3 concerning the dispersion of the nation of Israel. Now, I want to sit there and make a disclaimer real quick. I do not intend on showing my photo or my picture or anything of that sort, because I'm hoping, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, that people will use a pad or a pen, pencil, highlighter, look up the books I'm citing and everything of that sort, and then just make moves from there so you can study on your own. As opposed to like some of the other videos that are out by some people where people see a bunch of theatrical entertainment without any scholarly research that's being done, where the presenter did all the work for you and you don't have to really do anything. I teach in a college part-time, so maybe that has something to do with it, where you just drop the information and from that point on it's up to the receiver of the information upon him or her to go and do their own particular research based upon what was given and advance from there and do their own independent study. This is the kind of presentation that I'm presenting in this moment right here. So when I cite what scriptures I'm using, or when I'm citing a book like Babylon and Timbuktu and everything of that sort, I'm not going to show the picture of Babylon and Timbuktu, didn't necessarily take you to the page and then say this word and this word and this word and this word, because that book is available on Amazon, or you can download it if you care to. So if a person is truly concerned about a matter, he or she gonna, as the saying goes in the street, they're gonna make that thing happen and they're gonna get that info if they about it. So that's part of the reason why I just do a presentation in like manner as this. Now, let's get back, if we will, brothers and sisters, to this. If we let the book, the scriptures speak, we see that it is not only the tribe of Judah solely that was taken to Babylon. The kings of Judah from Hezekiah era is this: Hezekiah, then Manasseh, then Ammon, then Josiah, then Jehoiakim, then Jehoiachin. Okay? Let's remember that from the time of 2 Chronicles 30, and before that, from the time of Rehoboam in 1 Kings chapter 12, that Israelites of the northern tribes were living in the southern province of Judah. So obviously when Babylon took Judah, it was not just Judah, but the kingdom of Judah, which included Israelites of the northern kingdom. Okay? The chart basically would have one to believe and know and understand that all the tribes and all the members of the tribes of the northern kingdom were taken to Assyria, and that when Assyria fell, they all decided to come to today what is recorded as the Western Hemisphere. However, such is not too accurate. The Babylonians again attacked the tribe of Judah, the southern kingdom that is, and this attack was worse than the attack in 597, this now being 586 BCE. The temple in this case was destroyed. The kingdom of Judah fell in Jerusalem, and like the Most High said, this will happen through the prophet Moses and through Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 1. All the kingdoms shall assemble themselves against this land. But was it Judah only the tribe? But the kingdom of Judah that was taken to Babylon. It was not only the people of the tribe of Judah. The timing of the people of Jacob and Babylon is mentioned in the book of Lamentations, where Israel is recorded as being captive in Babylon. But the chart and many others will have us to believe that it was only Judah and Babylon, and that Israel scattered to the Western Hemisphere. Then there's the other side of the people who say that it was Israel, the northern tribe, that was left in the lands of the Middle East, quote unquote, or the eastern lands, and only the tribe of Judah, not even the southern kingdom, but just only one tribe out of the 12 tribes was taken over here to the west. We're going to dismantle that ideology in this presentation. All right? This is why we have to let the scriptures speak. Israelites snap on the churches for listening to the pastor as opposed to listening to the book, but listen to the teacher as opposed to listening to the same book in many instances. Right? Once the understanding of what happened with the children of Israel from the time of Tiglath-Pileser, aka Pulu, the Assyrian and Babylonian king, because he ruled in both places, to the timing of Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, then to the timing of Cyrus of Persia, then to the timing of Alexander of Greece, then to the timing of Pompey of Rome, then to Hadrian of Rome, then to the timing of Abraha and the elephant and the Israelites in Yathrib, which is in Saudi Arabia, and the timing of the kingdoms that were made in a portion called Western Africa, we see that many of the ideologies, either chart or other concepts, is incorrect. One person stated that the chart is basically following the way the breastplate of Aaron is set up. This, as we know, is not the case. The breastplate of Aaron had the tribe of Dan. The chart, in many cases, that is circulated does not have the tribe of Dan. Some stated that Dan is destroyed, but we have to gain understanding concerning this. In the Bible, in the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 14, is cited by many. But what that is speaking of is speaking about the wicked people of Israel falling and never rising again. It mentions the places called Beersheba, the place called Dan, and a place called Samaria, all mentioned in Amos chapter 8, verse 14. They were actual lands. Beersheba was in the land of Simeon, and Dan too was also a land when you go to Joshua chapter 19, verse 47. One is in the north and the other in the center, being Samaria, when you go in the book of 1 Kings chapter 16, and the other being in the southern part of the land of Israel, being Beersheba. The terminology we see in 2 Samuel 24, verse 2, such as from Dan to Beersheba, is common within the scriptures, and it means from one end of the land of Israel to the other. The book of Joshua 19, as stated, shows that Dan had a land called Dan itself. But some use the writings of others to show that Dan will be destroyed due to the envy that Dan will have over the Levites. But if we do the tribal issue, it is not supported by the scriptures. If anything, the tribes of Ephraim and Judah were more at odds than the tribe of Dan and Levi. Who then made up such a teaching, such as the Israelites today, saying that the tribe of Dan is destroyed? It was, of course, the children of Esau or Edom. In the book of Joshua, chapter 56 to chapter 58, we read about Hushim, the son of Dan, actually being the one who actually killed Esau himself. So it's obvious when Esau gets power and prestige, the tribe that looked bad out of all the 12 tribes, according to secular scholarship, is Dan. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6, we see that Dan nor his brethren are destroyed. For I, the Most High, change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, says Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. The Lord's books equals the writing of many books. There is no end, and much studies a weariness to the flesh. You have Israelites arguing over the existence of Dan, and when the book of the prophet Ezekiel 48, a time that has not come to pass yet, is shown, some have stated that it has come to pass, which it has not. This is why we have to let the book speak and not just listen to people. Isaiah chapter 33 said the following: your eyes shall see your teachers. This is, of course, after one seeks the book of the Most High and reads it. Am I trying to disrespect the work that the brothers who came from any particular Israelite school and bringing knowledge to our people, the true house of Israel? No. Did I do great things as some of those teachers? No. The chart states that we're speaking of that the Haitian people are the Levites, that the Simeonites are Dominicans. In Genesis 49, it states that Simeon and Levi are brethren, weapons of violence in their kinship. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. The Levites were scattered among the people. The Simeonites were divided from Israel. There is not much said of Simeon. Actually, Simeon is not even mentioned in a portion of Deuteronomy 33. Does this mean that Simeon is destroyed? No. The 12 tribes of Israel are Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yisachar, Zebulun, Yosef, and Benjamin. Go on to part 4.